Abby, and this is Kiki with her Kong again. And today I'm going to be reading a bit of Edgar Allan Poe, specifically The Telltale Heart, which is one of his most well-known short stories. Edgar Allan Poe is probably the most influential writers and poets of the 19th century. He wrote a lot of short stories, he wrote a lot of poems, and they're all relatively horror and gothic, and he does have a bit some suspense and mystery. So yeah, I'm going to be reading a bit of The Telltale Heart. It's pretty short, and this book is actually only 4 pages. Most of his things are very easy to find online, especially his poems. I think a lot of his things are in the public domain because they are so old. But yeah, so let's get started. And have I not told you that what you mistake for madness is but over-acuteness of the sense? Now I say, there came to my ears a low, dull, quick sound, such as a watch makes when enveloped in cotton. I knew that sound well, too. It was the beating of the old man's heart. It increased my fury as the beating of a drum stimulates the soldier into courage. But even yet I refrained and kept still. I scarcely breathed. I held the lantern motionless. I tried how steadily I could maintain the raw upon the eve. Meantime, the hellish tattoo of the heart increased. It grew quicker and louder every instant. The old man's terror must have been extreme. It grew louder, I say, louder every moment. Do you mark me well? I have told you that I am nervous. So I am. And now, at the dead hour of the night, amid the dreadful silence of that old house, so strange a noise as this excited me to uncontrollable terror. Yet, for some minutes longer, I refrained and stood still. But the beating grew louder. I thought the heart might burst. And now a new anxiety seized me. The sound would be heard by a neighbor. The old man's hour had come. With a loud yell, I threw open the lantern and leapt into the room. He shrieked once, only once. In an instant, I dragged him to the floor and pulled the heavy bed over him. And I then smiled gaily to find the deed so far done. But for many minutes, the heart beat on with a muffled sound. This, however, did not vex me. It would not be heard through the wall. At length, it ceased. The old man was dead. I removed the bed and examined the corpse. Yes, he was stone dead. I placed my hand upon the heart and held it there many minutes. There was no pulsation. He was stone dead. His eve would trouble me no longer. Very creepy. A lot of Edgar Allan Poe's short stories pertain to murder and death. So if you're into that, he is really well known and he's very talented. And reading that almost reminded me of when we would read, I don't know if anyone knows this, but I actually was a theater major in college. So I've read many books, and it reminded me a lot of those older plays that we would read. I don't know why, but it also kind of reminds me of Shakespeare. I think just the rhythm of it. Shakespeare is very difficult. But, you know, important. So it is almost Halloween, but it's not Halloween yet. On Halloween, I will actually be posting another video. Well, not me, the library, but I will be making another video for Halloween. Me and Kiki will be dressed up. It'll be very exciting. And yeah, I look forward to it. Continue following the library's Instagram and Facebook and everything. And I will see you on Halloween.